So now week 2 and 3 will be combined in this video. Hi, welcome back to my channel. You're joining me, Beck's Quest. Today I'm doing this video without my microphone as it seems to have gone on the fritz. I don't know what's going on with it. I guess I have to invest in an actual good mic because this was absolute crap. It lasted maybe 1 or 2 videos and then it stopped working. So hopefully this video, the sound quality is okay using the microphone that's already attached, which means my pre-recorded video that I already did, I have to redo. And of course I found this out a bit late, so now week 2 and 3 will be combined in this video. Thankfully I'm a little bit ahead, so hopefully you will be getting a weekly video still. Just unfortunately 2 and 3 are combined, and then our third video, technically the fourth, because we have intro, week 1, week 2 and 3, and then week 4. So week 4 will be the 4th video. So kind of works out. I've got my notes here, so I will look down occasionally to look at my notes and perhaps read to you of what I wrote so that we are on the same page. Week 2 was difficult due to compounding injury. Left shoulder and scapula to neck were stiff and almost immobile due to pain. Left calf muscle twinged and has been pulling due to running for a tram. Yeah, so week 2 was difficult. I got 2 days of training in on week 2, a push day and a leg day. So I did a push day and a leg day for week 2. However, I didn't get beyond that due to compounding injuries. My left shoulder, from my neck into my shoulder and then the scapula, was really painful to the point where I couldn't like really lift weight. I think I kind of overdid it in week 1. Remember those PRs I was happily talking about? Well, in week 2 I felt them. So I think I overdid it. I tend to be one of those to overdo things. I think I talked about that in the first video. And then I started having weird calf issues in my left calf. It's my left side of my body. I don't know what's going on. I'm off. I need to go back to the orthopedist and find out what's really going on. My calf muscle started twinging. I don't know how to describe it, but behind the kneecap into the calf, it feels really pulled, almost to the point where it's going to snap, but of course it hasn't. Let's hope that it doesn't, because that would be awful. I don't believe it's my Achilles, but I'm sure it's attached. It's the left foot that has the plantar fasciitis, which the orthopedist already told me that the reason I have that is because my calf muscles are overtrained. I definitely need to stretch more. I need to massage the area more, perhaps put more arnica sage ointment on that, maybe some Ayurveda that has menthol in it. I definitely need to do more because I walk a lot. I speed walk a lot, and sometimes I sprint. I go up and down stairs on the subway. Yeah, I do a lot of climbing, a lot of stairs. My job, there's a lot of stairs up and down. So my calves get a lot of work, and with the squats and lunges and deadlifts and all the lower body work, I definitely am working my calves even without intending to work my calves. So I definitely feel it. So I sound like grandma, definitely. So I do know that I need to strengthen my foot, stretch and massage the area that is afflicted. I just need to be stretching. Let's be honest. I am not flexible anymore. I need to get back into that. Good. Moving on. As I said, I had a push day and a leg day in week 2, but I didn't do more than that because I ran for the tram on Wednesday and I had this weird in the calf muscle and was basically limping. I wasn't basically limping. I was limping for the rest of the day, which was fun because I was going to an interview for a new job on top of my other job because I like to work a lot, I guess. I was trying to walk normally and not limp and be like, I'm fine. I'm completely normal. This is fine. And also apparently if you limp, it doesn't help you recover quickly either. So I was trying to walk correctly and it progressively got better, especially the more I stretched it, but it wasn't perfect. And any time that I tried to, bound a bit or run or anything, that calf muscle was just not having it. In order to compensate in week 2, I did walking and what I could. And I watched my calories and my eating. Yes. So remember we were talking about the DEXA scan. In regards to the DEXA, it noted that I needed to strengthen my spine in my neck area and my lumbar area. So apparently carrying your backpack or weighted vest actually helps the spine strengthen, especially with the neck area. And the lower lumbar area gets better with the strength training I'm already doing. So the squats, the deadlifts, the lunges, all of that weighted progressive overload that I'm doing is helping my spine. So hopefully next year when I do my DEXA scan again for the bones, we'll see some improvement in that as long as I am consistent in my progression, as long as I'm consistent with working out and training and feeding my body correctly. This is our goal, right? So we're strengthening our bones, we're strengthening our muscles, we're strengthening our ligaments, we're strengthening the whole body and mind. Because with the physical health, of course, the brain does better, right? So this is our goal. We're trying to find our optimal health, right? So week 2 was okay. My eating was good. I had 2 days of weight training. And even though I had to stop the progressive overload in week 2, I was, however, able to walk more. So I got a lot of extra steps in. So where one is lacking, I add in the other. So if I can't get my weight training days in and build my body and burn my calories that way, we make up for it in walking and in burning calories and moving our body, right? That was week 2. Week 3, I got in a lower body workout, and then I wrote this note. No more weight training this week due to shoulder and calf pain injury. So it got worse. So as it was getting better, then it got worse again. It's definitely connected to the hormonal changes in my body. I do know that. I've never had this before in my life, not at this level. It's different when you are overtraining, when you're working out so much, but like 1 or 2 days in the gym shouldn't like make you completely immobile, right? I did one lower body day in week 3, and that calf muscle after week 1, day 1, weight training lower body, that calf muscle just gave up the ghost. It was so painful. I could hardly walk. Just walking upstairs at work, on the subway, everything that I was doing was excruciating. And the shoulder got better, and then it got worse again. And I think it had to do with I was training and then I was overcompensating on that side. It's this left side is just falling apart, but we're gonna get it figured out. So week 2 and week 3, training wise, I got 3 days in 2 weeks. That is not ideal. However, as I said, we made up in steps what we couldn't do in the gym. So lots of walking, and I'm doing a lot of choreography dance work right now. So that also helps a lot. I made up a lot of oversteps in with working with the choreography and doing the work and the dancing and being on my feet a lot at work and doing all the training in that. So I was balancing it out with that. So I got a lot of, lists type of cardio. Definitely no HIIT yet. I'm so scared to do any sprint training or any hardcore HIIT training due to my calf muscle still seizing. I'm trying to be patient about recovery. That's one of the hardest things for me to do because I feel that I'm making excuses not to go to the gym, but I also have to listen to my body. It's so hard to gauge, right? I want to go to the gym. I want to train. I want to take care of the things that I need to take care of. But I also know that if you're in pain, you probably shouldn't be training. And it's the same as like with when you're really sick or something, you shouldn't push yourself. And it's just really hard. So how do you lower body if your calf is like, muscle is not behaving, like it hurts just to walk and go upstairs? How are you supposed to do squats and deadlifts and lunges with that aching muscle? And then when your shoulder kind of gives out on you, where you can't even go, beyond this point, really. This is not pleasant, right? How are you supposed to do your lifts too? Like, how are you supposed to push up the bar or do your raises kind of thing? Or it's okay. This is a bit. So my push days are a little bit okay, but there are other things in push day, like your incline dumbbell presses or your chest flies or cable pullovers, push-ups, bench press, incline dumbbell press, machine assisted dips, tricep cable push downs. Those are my push days. Day 1 is leg day, which is squats, low bar squats, which I'm doing now free instead of with the Smith machine, reverse barbell squats, leg curls, leg extensions, calf raises, which I've not done for quite a while since they're overtrained. Day 3, the pull day. My pull day includes lat pull downs, cable rows, face pulls, which is, this, where it helps this whole area. My shoulder gauntlet, which includes the shoulder press, front lat raises, and side lat raises. That's all combined to make a gauntlet. Then I have bicep curls with the bar, and then hammer curls with dumbbells. And then day 4 is legs as well. And that has sumo squats, sumo deadlifts, hip thrusts, leg curls, leg extensions, and I can either do reverse squats or Bulgarian squats. Yeah, and what I was going to say is one of the things I'm going to implement, because I think by week 4 I should be fine. I just need a few more days of recovery because everything is it's getting better. So we're going to be fine. In week 4, I will implement a new type of RDL, Romanian deadlift, with dumbbells, and I'm going to try that hinged lunge squat thing where you basically take the dumbbell and your leg, the leg that you're going down stays on the ground, and then the other leg kind of hinges up behind you as you do the lunge squat thingy. I'm so very technical. So that's going to be my goal for week 4, is implementing this new RDL into my leg day and trying to get like 2 to 3 days. I think week 4, my goal is to get 3 days in, and then we'll see how my body recovers back from that for week 5. I think as for progress for weeks 1, 2, and 3, there was about a 5 to 6. It fluctuates between that 1 pound that keeps going up and down, 5 to 6 pound loss, and it's just kind of held there. So, which I'm okay with, because one thing I've learned is The first 2 to 3 weeks, I lose a bunch of weight. And then, and by a bunch, I mean anywhere between 5 to 10 pounds in the first 2 to 3 weeks. That happens for me. Usually it's more in the 5 to 6 range, which is normal for me because I've done this. I can't tell you how many times I've done this. And now that we're at a cut, we're gonna see that. The progress, I know, will stall, and it won't stall. It's just, I can't go by the scale for my progress because the scale lies. It doesn't lie, but it does. We're building muscle, we're lifting heavy, we're eating our protein, we're taking our supplements, we're doing our creatine, we're doing all the things that we need to be doing, right? We're going for our walks, we're getting as much sleep as we possibly can. Granted, I have to tell you, it's been a bit difficult. It's with the light change as we go into summer and into June. The light change is driving me crazy because the sun comes up at like 4 in the morning. The birds start chirping. Even with our blackout curtains, there's still that edge above the curtain that still allows light in. And my sensitive crepuscular brain just wants to wake up with the sun, and it drives me insane. It's like, go to sleep. You still have multiple hours you can still sleep, right? I usually get up around 6-ish, 6:30 in the morning, but I've been waking up so early with the sun, it's driving me crazy. So we're gonna try to get more sleep. We've got to figure out this sunshine thing. So progress wise, I know that the scale is not going to be forthcoming in what's really happening in my body. I'm already seeing a change in my torso. I'm holding a little less fat in my middle because that's where I hold all my fat, is in my middle, which we've discussed before. We are still supplementing protein shakes and protein bars where we need to add more protein. I've had some good days and some bad days in regards to my nutrition. I'm not too mad about it. If I'm a little bit over, I'm a little bit over. I don't go hog wild. But yeah, I mean, overall, nutrition was pretty solid for week 2 and 3. Training, I did as much as I could according to my body. Inflammation is not great. Week 4, as I said, the goal will be 3 times at the gym in week 4 if my body is recovered and filling up to it. Definitely sticking with the between 8 and 12,000 steps per day, which that's actually been pretty easy because I've been just so active with work and with just my everyday life, getting those steps in. I'm so glad that I live in a city that it's a walkable city. I don't have a car here. I don't need a car here. The mass transit here is fantastic. I'm not mad about it. So thankfully I get a lot of steps in. I mean, my commute alone, it's easy to just get anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 steps just heading to work. And then on the way back, another 2,000 to 3,000. So 6,000 is covered just commuting. And then with the choreography, with my everyday job, doing choreography right now, because we're getting into the end of the year performances and stuff, I've got, my gosh, that's another easy 2,000 to 3,000 thrown in there. So 9,000 steps in a day is so possible without even thinking about it. And then those extra little to-dos here and there. So 10,000 steps have been happening. Being over 10,000 steps every day has been a basic regular thing lately. And it's so nice outside. So why wouldn't I want to be outside and going for walks? I mean, it's so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to have friends and a partner who want to meet and go for walks and do things. So currently I'm already over 10,000 steps for today. Yeah, we're doing really good in the step department, the nutrition department. Bought myself some pretty flowers here and there. And then my boyfriend also has brought home beautiful flowers. Let's see, I can pull them into the really pretty peonies, which I love. These are my favorite flowers. So yeah, overall, it's been a really good 2 to 3 weeks. Week 2 and 3 were pretty good. No complaints except for the complaints I already had about the shoulder and my calf muscle. I think we're gonna be fine though. I feel like getting better. I have to be really careful about inflammation and just make sure that I'm eating as clean as possible. But overall, I'm not mad. Like I said, I'm seeing progress. I just have to, as I judge in the viewfinder, I just have to be consistent. Consistency is key. I have to continue to just listen to my body and do the right things, not push myself when I'm physically hurting, in pain, like physically in pain, but also knowing when I do feel better, how much I can push myself so that I can keep progressing in this journey. So yeah, I think that's week 2 and week 3 wrapped up. As I find it and as I can share it, I'll add in B-roll that I filmed as well with my protein bars that I enjoy in the morning and my coffees and the meals that I've prepared. I've made some fun meals as well. So I'll be happy to share all of that with you as we go forward. So thanks so much for joining me. Make sure that you like and subscribe. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to put them down below. Anything that you might know about inflammation or pain that will help me, I'm so open to hearing. And I'm also, just FYI, I am looking into, are there peptides that I should be taking for inflammation while going through menopause? I don't know. I got to figure this out. So if you have any information to share, please feel free to do so down below. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate that you're interested in sharing this journey with me, and I hope that everything is going well for you as well. So I'll see you next week, and till then, thanks for joining Beck's Quest, and see you soon. Bye.